Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuteeanimebook. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the exciting world of animes. We explore the most anticipated releases of 2023. From thrilling adventures to heartwarming romances, this year is packed with amazing titles that you won't want to miss. So grab your popcorn and get ready to update your watch list. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring notification bell so you never miss our anime updates. Now let's get started.
Tear Moon Empire story. Surrounded by the hate-filled gazes of her people, the selfish princess of the fallen Tear Moon Empire, Mia, takes one last look at the bleeding sun before the guillotine blade falls. Only to wake back up as a 12-year-old. With time rewound and a second chance at life dropped into her lap, she sets out to right the countless wrongs that plague the ailing empire. Corrupt governance? Check. Border troubles? Check. Natural calamities and economic strife? Check. Seems like a lot of work. Hard work and Mia don't mix, so she seeks out the aid of others, starting with her loyal maid, Anne, and the brilliant minister, Ludwig. Together, they strive day and night to restore the empire. Little by little, their tireless efforts begin to change the course of history, pushing the whole of the continent toward a new future. And why did the selfish princess have a change of heart, you ask? Simple, she didn't. She's just terrified of the guillotine. They hurt like hell, and Mia hates pain more than work. The vexations of a shut-in vampire princess. 3 years into her life as a shut-in, vampire Terakomari Gansblood, Kamari for short, awakens to find she's been appointed as a commander in the Mole Knight Imperial Army. The thing is, her new unit consists solely of belligerent ruffians who revolt against their superiors at the slightest hint of weakness. Although Kamari hails from a line of vampires as powerful as they are prestigious, her refusal to drink blood has made her the picture of mediocrity, scrawny, incoordinated, and inept at magic. With the odds stacked against her, will the help of her trusty and slightly infatuated maid Vil be enough for this recluse to blunder her way to success? Or will Kamari rue the day she ever left the safety of her room? Ron Kimonohashi, deranged detective. Despite lacking the skills suited for his role on the Metropolitan Police Department investigative team, Totemaru Ashiki wants to solve murders and help people. Following the advice of one of his seniors, he ventures out to enlist the aid of the reclusive Ron Kimonohashi. 5 years ago, Ron was the most promising detective from the illustrious Detective Training Academy Blue. Yet for reasons unknown to the public, he sank into obscurity. Totemaru expects a well-dressed, composed man, but what he gets is a messy-haired and uninhibited eccentric. After years in solitude, Ron barely resembles his former self and he refuses to even hear out the detective. However, as quickly as Ron rebuffs, he flips on a dime and dives headfirst into the current serial murder case. The true reason Ron withdrew from the detective world was not from lack of desire, but rather from something out of his control, and Totemaru might just be the key for his return to his former calling. Together, the wide-eyed officer and deranged detective tackle each mystery that comes their way. Attack on Titan final season. Final part will be broadcast in fall 2023. But when exactly will Shingeki no Kyojin Season 4 Part 3 Part 2 come out? On March 3, 2023, it was announced that the Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3 Part 2 release date will be in fall 2023. MF Ghost. Year 202X. Self-driving electric cars have replaced internal combustion engine-based cars, becoming ubiquitous in Japan. However, a racing circuit known as MFG, which employs traditional internal combustion cars, is garnering popularity worldwide. Kanata Livington, a 19-year-old Japanese-British racer, comes to Japan after graduating from a top racing school in the United Kingdom to take part in MFG and find his missing father, Ken Katagira. Kanata moves to the home of his late mother's friends, Mr. and Mrs. Sayanji, and enters the race under his father's surname, borrowing a Toyota 86 from Ogata, the couple's family friend. Despite the overwhelming disadvantages in specs, Kanata makes it to the top 15 while racing top-tier supercars, demonstrating his phenomenal skills. Takumi Fujiwara, the legendary downhill and rally racer, turns out to be Kanata's trainer. MFG employees who are familiar with Fujiwara and former racers from the same generation begin to notice Kanata. A new whirlwind is about to set off at MFG. A returner's magic should be special. The world is on the brink of destruction after a devastating 10-year war in the Shadow Labyrinth. Désir Arman is one of the last skilled magicians left standing, but even he is no match for the formidable foe threatening humanity's very existence. Just when he's certain the end has come, he is sent back in time to his early days of studying magic at the prestigious Hebrion Academy. With this rare second chance, Daisir is determined to save not only himself but also the friends and comrades he once lost. Armed with the knowledge of what their future holds, can his efforts make a difference, or are they all doomed to relive the same terrible destiny? Based on the hit novel, Our Dating Story, The Experienced You and the Inexperienced Me, Ryuto Kashima is a gloomy high schooler. As part of a punishment game, he was forced to confess to Runa Shirakawa, a girl from the top of the school cast who was admired by everyone. They ended up going out for the unexpected reason of I'm free now so. But Ryuto ends up following and eavesdropping on Runa being confessed by a handsome soccer club member, and Runa bringing Ryuto, whom she had just begun dating, to her own room as a matter of course. They have different friends and ways to have fun, and they are different in almost every way. Nonetheless, they begin to relate with each other after being surprised by their differences every day and accepting them. The family circumstances of the mismatched witches. Alyssa, a witch who lives alone in the forest, picks up a human baby one day. Despite her confusion, Alyssa named the baby Viola and decided to raise her. 16 years later, Viola had not only grown into a daughter who adores Alyssa, but also into a woman of exceptional proportions, and the people around them mistook Viola for Alyssa's mother. A slice of life told by a mother and daughter who were inverted in appearance and full of gags. Parent and child deliver a hilariously funny comedy. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3 release date is confirmed for October 2023, the fall 2023 anime season. Better yet, the Kadokawa producer has already confirmed at Virtual Crunchyroll Expo 2020 that the wait for the third season won't be too long. Since the second season finished, there was radio silence except for the key visual released during Crunchyroll Expo 2022, which featured Shield Hero music artists MADKID, composer Kevin Penkin, and music director Hiromitsu Iijima. It was actually a surprise that the second season's finale didn't mention the third season at all, considering that it had previously been confirmed to be in production. On April 7, 2023, the release timeframe for Shield Hero Season 3 was finally announced alongside a new key visual and a teaser PV trailer. I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. Alan, a misanthropic wizard, lives deep within the forest. He is known as the Demon Lord and feared by those around him. One day, while living his life as a hermit, he comes across a young girl named Charlotte who has collapsed in the forest. Despite being innocent, she was accused of evil deeds, had her engagement annulled, and was forced to flee her country. When he heard that, Alan remembered the agony of being betrayed by a group he once thought was his companions. After hearing the story of the 17-year-old's exploitation, Alan decides, I'll let her live in my mansion, and I'll teach her all sorts of bad things. The Apothecary Diaries. In an imperial court in ancient China, it has been a few months since a 17-year-old girl known as Ma Mao was kidnapped and forced to work as a low-level servant at the emperor's palace. Still, she manages to retain her curious and pragmatic spirit, planning to work until her years of servitude are over. One day, however, she catches wind of the fact that the emperor's 2 infants have fallen gravely ill. She decides to secretly take action, drawing on her experience as a pharmacist raised in the poor red light district. Despite Ma Mao's attempts to remain anonymous, she soon catches the eye of Jin Shi, an influential eunuch who recognizes her talents. Ma Mao soon finds herself in the emperor's inner court, where she gradually makes a name for herself by utilizing her knowledge and eccentric personality to solve various medical mysteries. Paradox Live the Animation. Set in the near future. From the saturated hip-hop culture rises a new movement, the Phantom Live. Using metals called phantom metals embedded into their accessories, the rappers create illusions, phantoms, that are linked to their emotions through the chemical reaction of the metals with their DNA. However, on the other side, there are those who suffer from phantom of trauma as a reaction after using the phantom metals. Club Paradox is suddenly back as the stage of the mysterious Paradox Live battle, 10 years after the club's disappearance. 4 units were invited to compete to win 10 billion yen worth of prize money and a right to challenge the legendary rapper unit called Barai-Con. These 4 groups, who are immensely popular with their respective genres, are Bei, the Cat's Whiskers, Cosmas, and Akan Yatsura. Each individual and as a team have their own reasons on accepting the invitation, and in order to prove that their own music is the number one, they participate in stage battles. The curtains are raised to this illusionary stage battle where light and darkness come together in a swirling frenzy. A girl and her guard dog. Asaku never asked to be the daughter of a Yakuza boss, but when her parents died in a car accident when she was 5, her gangster grandfather took her in and raised her as part of the clan. After years of being avoided by her schoolmates because of her family ties, Asaku is finally ready to make her high school debut, live a normal life, and maybe even find love, until loyal family servant and Asaku's dedicated guardian, 26-year-old Keiya, enters high school right alongside her and vows to protect her from all of the above. Now she's got a chain-smoking, pistol-wielding knight in shining armor to deal with, and navigating high school besides? What's a young lady to do? Tokyo Revengers, Tenjiku Hen. The official website for the Tokyo Revengers anime revealed on Sunday that the Tokyo Revengers, Tenjiku Arc, anime will premiere in October on MBS, TV Tokyo, and ATX. The website also revealed the new season's first promo video and more cast members. Previously announced new cast members include Nobunaga Shimazaki as Izana Kurakawa and Tetsu Inada as Kanji Mochizuki. Izana is the head of the Yokohama-based Tenjiku team, and Kanji is one of Tenjiku's 4 heavenly kings. Stardust telepath, Hoshitely. 15-year-old Yumika Konohoshi is having a hard time socializing at school, but she hopes her words will someday reach other people. When self-proclaimed alien Yu Akiuchi enters her life, Yumika will learn more about being open. The 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Percival has always lived with his grandfather on God's finger, a remote haven that sits high above the clouds. And though he loves the simple life, he secretly longs for adventure. But Percival's life is changed forever when an intruder, who shares a shocking connection with him, tears away everything he's ever known. With nothing left to do but chase down the one who took everything from him, Percival sets out on his own. During his journey, the sheltered boy discovers that there are a lot of things he doesn't know about normal life. Luckily, he meets friends along the way who can help him get by, but how will they react when they find out about Percival's destiny? And how it's connected to the end of the world? My daughter left the nest and returned an S-rank adventurer. After losing his leg as a newbie adventurer, he retired and returned to his hometown in the countryside. Doing things such as collecting medicinal herbs, exterminating magic beasts and wild beasts, and helping with the villagers' farm work, it's hard to decide whether to call our protagonist an adventurer or a handyman. And while doing these things, his age quickly approached 30. One day while searching the mountains for herbs, he discovered an abandoned child. Thinking that he couldn't just leave it, he took it home and raised it until his age approached 40. His now grown-up daughter had also wanted to become an adventurer, likely from growing up watching her father. Although her father had taught her the sword since she was young for self-defense, her talent at it was quite impressive. Thinking that it would be better for her not to be stuck out in the country for the rest of her life, our protagonist sent her to the Adventurers Guild in the capital. After another 5 years, the protagonist, now in his 40s, is still acting as a pseudo-adventurer in the countryside. However, his daughter, now a distinguished S-class adventurer, hasn't returned home even once yet. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. The Demon King has been defeated, and the victorious hero party returns home before disbanding. The 4, Mage Frieren, Hero Himmel, Priest Hyder, and Warrior Eisen, reminisce about their decade-long journey as the moment to bid each other farewell arrives. But the passing of time is different for elves, thus Frieren witnesses her companions slowly pass away one by one. Before his death, Hyder manages to foist a young human apprentice called Fern onto Frieren. Driven by the elf's passion for collecting a myriad of magic spells, the pair embarks on a seemingly aimless journey, revisiting the places that the heroes of yore had visited. Along their travels, Frieren slowly confronts her regrets of missed opportunities to form deeper bonds with her now-deceased comrades. The Spy X Family Season 2 release date is confirmed for October 2023, Fall 2023, in addition to a Spy X Family movie. The dual announcement of both projects was made during Jump Festa 2023 on December 27, 2023. The movie title is Spy X Family Code, White. It's scheduled to release on December 22, 2023. The Spy X Family Season 2 anime TV series will have Anya, Yor, and Lloyd Forger returning for more rom-com spy action where Yor's assassin work takes her onto a cruise ship with her family. Will Yor be able to hide the truth from her family? Our Rainy Protocol. Shun Tokunoya is a second-year high school student who lives with his mother and younger sister. After his father was killed in an accident and his sister was injured, he quit the game he loved and now works at an esports cafe called Fox One. He spends all of his time studying and working part-time, while also socializing with his childhood gaming buddies. Suddenly, he discovers that Fox One is deeply in debt. Shun and his friends hope to win the Zaxarian Championship and the prize money in order to repay their debts. Shun returns to the world of online games, where he is confronted by Bakuratsu-kun, who used to play the game with him. The Eminence in Shadow Season 2 release date is confirmed for October 2023, the fall 2023 anime season. The second season will be a single cour and have 12 episodes in total. The second season will have Sid Kaganu taking Shadow Garden to the next level as ancient vampires arise, conspiracies swirl, loyalties are tested, and literal worlds collide. The Faraway Paladin Season 2 release date is confirmed for October 2023, the fall 2023 anime season. Fans will need to wait until at least late 2023. The initial announcement of the production of the Sai Hate no Paladin Season 2 anime sequel was made on the official website as a surprise Christmas gift on December 25, 2021. The Faraway Paladin Season 2 production decision, the official Twitter account tweeted, "Will's journey continues. Stay tuned for more news." A certain middle-aged man's VR MMO activity log. A new type of VR MMO called One More Free Life Online is out. He logs in as a young boy avatar called Earth. Taichi Tanaka, 38, single, has a regular office job and enjoys playing video games in his free time. In a world where the player is free to do as they wish, he decides to master a skill that's been deemed to be useless. He makes potions that are too much a hassle to make, cooks food that is excessively too good, and uses bizarre original weapons to hunt monsters. Undead Unlock. After reading the conclusion of her favorite manga series, Fuko Izumo finally feels ready to end her existence. For the past 10 years, Fuko has been afflicted by a condition that brings extreme misfortune to anyone who touches her. This has had a drastic effect on her surroundings, even inadvertently resulting in the deaths of those around her, including her parents. As she stands on a bridge above train tracks, Fuko is touched by a strange man, causing the footing underneath him to break and dropping him in front of an oncoming train. However, when Fuko finds the man's corpse, she discovers that his body is regenerating and that he is coming back to life. The man, whom Fuko names Andy, is immortal, and like her, he also wishes for death. Initially dismissive, Fuko eventually decides to team up with Andy to give him the best death possible. But a mysterious organization lurks in the shadows, hoping to take advantage of the duo's bizarre abilities. Overtake. Freelance photographer Kuya Madoka is in the midst of a slump due to a certain reason. While working on a story at the Fuji International Speedway, he meets the high school F4 racer Haruka Asahina and he suddenly finds his heart racing once again. He decides to support Asahina and help him make his dream come true with a small team, Kamaka Motors. With this, the lives of Madoka and Asahina, who have completely different personalities and ages, intersect with each other. The Kingdoms of Ruin. For ages, humanity flourished through the power of magic, a gift from witches to aid mankind. But times have changed. The scientific gear expansion has made both magic and witches obsolete. In order to liberate humanity from the blight of magic, the mighty Redia Empire began a ruthless hunt to exterminate all witches. Adonis was only a boy when the hunt began, apprenticed to a witch he dearly loved. When she perishes at the hands of the Empire, Adonis vows revenge. By this furious wizard's power, blood will flow. Shy. Just as the planet approached its Third World War, individuals with superpowers appeared from around the globe to maintain peace. They became the symbols of their respective nations, striving to limit crime and bring evildoers to justice. Teenage heroine Teru, Shy, Momijiyama is Japan's representative in the world of heroes. When a mysterious threat called the Malarakes emerges, Shy must work together with her fellow heroes to stop them at all costs. Shangri-La Frontier. Second-year high school student Rakuro Hizutome is interested in one thing only, finding shitty games and beating the crap out of them. His gaming skills are second to none, and no game is too bad for him to enjoy. So when he's introduced to the new VR game Shangri-La Frontier, he does what he does best, min-maxes and skips the prologue to jump straight into the action. But can even an expert gamer like Rakuro discover all the secrets that Shangri-La Frontier hides? I'm in love with the villainess. Ordinary office worker Rei Uhashi wakes up in the body of the protagonist of her favorite Otome game, Revolution. To her delight, the first person to greet her is also her favorite character, Claire Francois, the main antagonist of the story. Now, Rei is determined to romance Claire instead of the game's male leads. But how will her villainous ladylove react to this new courtship? The 100 girlfriends who really love you. Upon graduating middle school, Rentaro Ijo manages to confess to the girl he loves. Unfortunately, he gets rejected, making it his 100th rejection in a row. Having experienced heartbreak after heartbreak, he goes to a matchmaking shrine and prays with the hope of finally getting a girlfriend in high school. Suddenly, the god of the shrine appears, promising Rentaro that he will meet 100 soulmates in high school. Although skeptical at first, Rentaro quickly acknowledges the truth behind the god's words when two of his soulmates, Akari Hanazono and Karan Inda, confess to him the very same day that they meet him. However, there was one detail that the god forgot to tell Rentaro. If any of his soulmates fails to get into a relationship with him, they will die. Now trapped in a matter of life and death, Rentaro decides to date all of his soulmates. With a heart so big that it can be shared among 100 girlfriends, Rentaro makes the most out of his unanticipated high school life, with the Rentaro family growing ever larger. Ragna Crimson. In a world where dragons rule sky, sea, and land, those who would fight them and win must surpass the limits of normal human strength. Set on victory at any cost, dragon hunter Ragna joins forces with the mysterious Crimson. Crimson's motivations may be obscure, but their goal is the same: to destroy the dragon monarchs.
And there you have it, our top picks for the upcoming anime of 2023. From action to romance, supernatural to slice of life, this year's lineup has something for everyone. Be sure to let us know in the comments which anime you're most excited about and which ones you'll be adding to your watch list. Thanks for joining us on Cuteeanimebook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more anime content. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of anime.